I'm 33, so I'm a mum to an 18-month-old little boy. I gave birth to him in Frome Birth Talk. So yeah, deep into toddlerhood and the chaos and exploration that is coming with that at the moment. I came across Frome Birth Talks from my midwife. We were doing my 5-day follow-up, and I kind of shared with her a few of my reflections on my birth, and she directed me to Frome Birth Talks, which was super helpful. And I think it's great that the staff at Frome Birth Centre were able to connect with you. I had an amazing birth experience generally, but when it came to my 3rd stage of labour, I had some kind of like problems in that stage of my birth, and I found that a couple of weeks into becoming a new mum and having my newborn, I was kind of suffering with some flashbacks and things that kind of kept coming to me, and just going over and over in my head, and I was really struggling with that. Although my family were an amazing support, my husband and my mum were both with me when I gave birth, so you know, they were there and witnessed it. So as much as they were an amazing support, you know, I was very aware that everything they'd witnessed was part of what was kind of I was suffering with at that time. And so I felt it was really important that I kind of took the step to get some help elsewhere, to, you know, take the pressure off of myself, but also just to take the pressure off of my loved ones as well, because I kind of could see that it was just as traumatic for them as well. It was really amazing. I did my sessions over Zoom, which, having a little one who was only a few months old, was great for me. It could be really flexible, so I did have a time kind of every week, but the therapist was really great on kind of moving that if I needed to. So it was really, yeah, really flexible, and if he was awake and playing, you know, we could just work around that. So I was comfortable in my own home having those conversations with somebody. It was quite a straightforward experience. I think there was a couple of weeks that there was a wait list, which was absolutely fine. It kind of gave me time to like mentally prepare myself, start talking to somebody about all my experience and why I was doing this. And when I was kind of introduced to my therapist, I was told, you know, if it didn't feel right, if there wasn't a click, just to be really open and say that. But we did click really well, and I felt very comfortable speaking with her. It made a massive difference. I think even till today, I realise now that it's okay to speak about things, and also it made me realise there were certain things that I had experienced that I kind of breezed over, and I think your brain, it's made me recognise that my brain does do that. Like, you'd speak through an experience and there's probably part of it that was actually quite maybe damaging or painful, and you kind of, when you're thinking about the whole experience, your brain will shoot past that bit. And so having that therapy really made me pause and reflect on all the moments that had occurred at that time and helped me to process them. I think otherwise I would have just breezed over it, and without realising they may have still affected me even to today. So I think, yeah, it made me pause and reflect and actually understand where the pain was coming from, so that I could process it and understand it more. And without that and somebody to kind of guide me through that, I think I really would have struggled. I think I would have continued possibly to bottle things up, and not know how to talk about certain things, or know exactly what was maybe worrying me or what had triggered me to feel certain ways. And also, as I said, I was experiencing things like flashbacks. Like, I could see moments that had been really painful for me to experience, and that was really, really difficult. And I think if I hadn't been able to process that, I don't really know how I would feel about that today. It was really hard. I think it can be really difficult to go, do you know what, I need support. But yeah, Frome Birth Talks just felt like a really lovely fit, and from the moment I met my therapist, I just knew that it was the right thing, decision that I'd made. And since kind of being a parent and meeting other new mums who I've now like remained friends with, a few of those have now reached out to Frome Birth Talks, and I felt I was able to share that with them and give them that recommendation, because I felt almost brave enough to, I suppose, because I think you can be really scared, and it is a little bit taboo to go, you know what, my whole experience wasn't okay, and everybody's birth experience is really unique, but actually when you kind of slightly open up a little bit, other people feel like they can. And it's not that you need to share everything, and obviously there are sensitivities, but I think some of my friends that I've made, they're like, wow, we can actually have these conversations and that's okay. And then maybe they recognise that they, you know, 2 of them have actually used the service as well since as a result. And I think being able to share that with people was really incredible. I attended the baby support group, and that was really lovely because it just felt like a really relaxed setting. And even though I would say we weren't always talking about kind of what we'd been through, it was just really lovely to have an opportunity to meet other parents. I think becoming a new mum, you know, you have this idealistic view of maternity leave, I'll go for coffees and I'll meet people, but as an adult it still actually can be really difficult to make new friends, even when you are a new mum and you're in the same boat as so many people. I personally didn't attend anything like NCT, so it was kind of like diving into this new world, and it can be really lonely at times. So those support groups were incredible to just have the opportunity to sit and chat to somebody, and I have still got friends from that, which is really great because now we're, you know, able to catch up and kind of share our experiences, have little play dates, and that's super important to have as well. But I think it's great that there are these groups that allow those people to connect, because it can be really lonely at times. I think becoming a parent, especially for the first time, is really amazing in so many good ways, but also it's amazingly hard at times. Like, there are so many challenges, it's really ever changing, and I think I just reflect so many times through the past 18 months and just look at my little boy and I'm like, wow, look at this little person we're bringing up. And I think, and every time I do that, I just feel like overwhelmingly proud. And sometimes me and my husband will just sit there, and even like just last night we're going, God, he really looks like a little boy now, just like, or he'll be chatting away and saying new words or stringing sentences together, and just like, this is incredible, and it's so rewarding. So I think at so many stages when we have those like moments to reflect and just look at him and take it all in, you just feel immensely proud of the little person you're bringing into this world and how incredible they are. And I think I'm also really proud of ourselves because we've done this we don't have family nearby, and so we've done this whole parenthood journey, you know, just us the majority of the time. And all the challenges it throws at you. I think that's a really incredible thing. So I do try to remind myself that we should be really proud of ourselves for getting through that.